Welcome to Breakthrough with Lisa Nichols. I'm Lisa Nichols, and I'm so excited to introduce this next beautiful guest to you, Elizabeth Gibson Dunn. You are so awesome, and I'm so excited for my audience to get to know you. Tell me a little bit about you and how you landed in the business that you're in and how you so wonderfully serve your clients.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa. First of all, I am so very excited and grateful to be here. And just a little bit about my background. I was adopted when I was 7 from an orphanage in Mexico City. So I feel very blessed to have had that opportunity. However, along with that, having been adopted as an older girl, I had a lot of trauma that came as an early childhood. I felt like I had not adopted myself at all. It wasn't until actually the year 2020 when COVID hit that it was actually an opportunity for me to stop, slow myself down, and listen to my soul.
Like the world slowed you down.
Yes.
And that was the gift that came wrapped in sandpaper.
Yes, Lisa.
No one asked for COVID, but the gift was it required you to slow down.
Exactly. And that's for the first time where I really started to working on my own healing. And so as I've gone through my healing process, part of it had been that being in your certified transformational trainer program to go through my own transformation first. I have started working with other adoptees, in particular women who were adopted as older children and remember all their history prior to being adopted, but have been suffering in silence. I kind of want to be an example, or I do want to be an example for them. And like you say, to just kind of stand on your story, not in their story.
When I hear you say that, it just like my soul leaps. You know the market that needs you so clearly. Adoptees that were adopted in their older years. And when you say older years, forgive me, I don't know what that looks like. What age is that and beyond?
Yeah, so I would say anywhere from like 2 years old on up.
That's considered your older years?
Yes, yes.
Okay, because you can remember.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And in particular, adolescence, so I was 7.
Okay.
And I could remember
the journey before 7.
Right.
So you work with this group of young women who need to have their trauma processed.
Yes, exactly. Processed. Just really, for one, start learning how to accept themselves. Something I learned from you was that so many of us love ourselves, but it's conditional. It's always conditional love. And what I'm learning is to have unconditional love for myself, as well as compassion. And I still, have my tears about it.
Yeah.
I finally have the strength to stand up for myself and go ahead and go back. One of the reasons that really drives me is because in adoptees, adult adoptees, they are 4 times more up to attempting suicide, because they have this unhealed trauma. So my goal is to serve them with compassion, but then also help them move forward.
Amen. You are so beautiful, and I could see and feel how much it means to you. You are yet another wounded healer.
Yes.
To say, I got through. What were some of the emotional roller coasters that you had to navigate through to begin this business and this mission?
Definitely, it's that big one called the Imposter Syndrome. Like, who do I think I am? Like, I'm just this little person, came from Mexico. Now I'm learning to replace it with sort of my warrior chatter that says, no, but even if you just made a difference in one person, that would be wonderful to help. Maybe people need to see somebody that looks like me, right? Because so many of us minority women are not represented. That's the biggest challenge I deal with is that doubt. But what I'm learning from you is that we can coexist in our duality, right? As we're healing, that we can then help the next person.
I want to ask this in such a way where I honor the fact that I could still see your doubt. I could still hear it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to ask, I'm not going to ask, do you have doubt or did you ever have doubt? I'm going to ask, when you have doubt,
right?
How do you negate the doubt? And how do you help to silence? I love what you said earlier. my inner critic and my challenge, I call on my inner warrior
Yes.
to talk to her. So I heard that. What do you do or say to dispel those negative thoughts and to really turn around and go, Elizabeth is enough? What do you say to her?
Yes, yes. So whatever kind of doubt starts entering, I on purposely sit down and quiet myself down and say to myself, I have a conversation with myself now and say, what is it? What is it that triggered you? What is it that's right now making you want to take a step back? And it's usually just the fear of going beyond that boundary. And it's like, no, wait a second. Lisa says that every time you're going to cross that boundary, that it's going to try to pull you back and you're going to have to just resist. I sit in it. I feel it. That's another thing I'm learning to do, is to really feel my emotions, where most of my adult years I did not do that. I just suppressed them.
Yeah.
That's how I just quiet myself down now, meditate, and really say to myself, what is it? What is it that you're experiencing right now? Oh, okay, it's that comparison thing. You're on a different journey than so and so and so and so. So please stop that comparison thing.
I'm hearing so much in this, Elizabeth. I'm hearing that you're learning to trust your feelings.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing you say, that you're learning to trust your feelings and trust yourself with your feelings.
Right.
And trust that you know how to navigate through your feelings.
Absolutely.
And then to talk that feeling off the ledge. Benjamin Franklin says, comparison is and will always be the thief of all your joy. You'll never do anyone else better than you do you.
Right.
So I love that you sit in that as well. What's some of the best advice? And I hesitate to use best because you've already given me so much that it's all good. Mm-hmm. What are some of the best advice that you would give people to really help them have a breakthrough in their business or in their journey inside of business, inside this current climate?
Yes. So definitely right now, with the era of so much the social media that's trying to be out there telling you you're supposed to look a certain way, you're supposed to be talking a certain way, is for a new entrepreneur to really understand what their why is. Mm-hmm. Because as they move forward, when the challenges come, if they don't have that strong why, they're not going to be able to navigate through the challenges. They're going to say, oh, I guess this wasn't what I'm supposed to be doing, mm-hmm. and they'll just quit. Mm-hmm. And so I really think they have to understand what it is that's driving them to start a business, mm-hmm. and not do it just because the influencers are saying, mm-hmm. that this is what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say something that you recognize, because I know some of your teachings, is root to rise.
Yes.
Know you, know your
yes.
principles, know your integrity, know your barometer as you rise.
Yes.
There's a group of women that were adopted, and they're adults, mm-hmm. or they're adolescents, mm-hmm. and they're walking the journey alone.
Yes.
And they've just been introduced to you, and now they realize, oh my God, I have an advocate. I could have a coach. I could have someone to help me navigate through these emotions. How do they reach you?
The easiest way is to find me on Instagram. Okay. And my Instagram handle is at Elizabeth Gibson Dunn Coach. And there they can find a link to my calendar to schedule a one-on-one just connection call, or they can just DM me.
Great businesses are born from a great need, an unmet need. And I'm just blown away because I wasn't adopted. I've never saw the need because it's in my blind spot. Mm. And yet it's all of what someone else needs because it's their life. Mm. So I'm so grateful that you understand the niche and the people that you are here to serve. I love when there's something that is born that didn't previously exist because you are the wounded healer that's come through.
I so appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. I'm Lisa Nichols, and this is Breakthrough with Lisa Nichols. I'm so excited that you've had time to spend with my beautiful friend, Elizabeth Gibson Dunn. I hope that you feel as valued about the conversation as I do. Thank you again.